Hey guys, Andy here. Welcome back to Animal Lover. Sorry I didn't upload yesterday. It's gonna be a rather late upload this morning. I was playing Overwatch with a friend last night, which I'm excited to premiere tomorrow. Is our comp matches, the late ones. But yeah, let's get right into this. You know, I fucking love this visual novel. It's fucking long as shit, and I love it. Charlie is washing dishes sullenly. It's hard to tell from here whether he's upset or tranquil. I decide to walk over to him to catch up on the situation. Hey, Charlie. Hey. What's happening? Wanted to know if you needed help washing the dishes. Need? No, but it'd be nice. Alright then. Can you dry while I scrub? Sounds like a plan. And then before I could even realize it, minutes go by silently. Charlie doesn't say a word and glances around the room as if lost in thought. I find myself looking at him more often than I probably should. Hey, Charlie. That first hey goes unnoticed. Charlie? Huh? Oh, what's up? What are you thinking about? If there'd be a huge security risk in letting bands who use my storefront keep user information outside of my personal records. I mean, probably not, and it could allow customers incentives to continue buying from a single band. But that's probably something I could still set up in the current infrastructure anyway. So I don't know why I'm thinking about it so much. But still, any security risk is bad. I'd have to redo the terms and conditions to lay the legal responsibility of customer information on the bands themselves. I don't know, what do you think? I don't know what any of that means. I don't think I'm going to do that. It's been a long time since Jukeways got in a proper update. There are plenty of regular features that are still missing, so I guess I don't have to think too hard about new things to add right now. I suppose so. So is that? All you were thinking about? Yeah, why? I don't know what to make of that. It's mostly by the Edmund mistaking Charlie's relative silence as some profound inner monologue about the current state of our little world. Am I really the only person who notices how weird it is that everything seems to have gone so quickly back to normal? I don't know. I guess I just wanted to ask. Why do you think things are so normal right now? I mean, why is everyone acting so chill suddenly after this morning's drama? Yeah, exactly. Well, I've thought about that too. Oh? Yeah. It's just not something I had thought very long about. Let me propose something to you. Look at Kyle. He's outside. Okay, well, don't actually look at Kyle. Plus, he's kinda ugly anyway, so don't look at him regardless. Kyle's not ugly. Well, he's no Charlie Fitzgerald. That can't be argued. No, it can't. Ain't it the truth? So you agree. Thereby you're proven to be human and not some kind of weird freak alien with no taste. I guess so. Good. Now call Kyle ugly for my amusement. Absolutely not. Did you see all the wacky, look how amusingly I am suffering of heat stroke stuff he was saying when he got inside? Well, you could chalk that up to Kyle being Kyle. But I think I saw a little something more there. I think the way he was ragging on Frankie was just a little forced this time. I didn't think that at the time. I'd have to hear it again, I suppose. Well then, hypothetically, why would Kyle force out Frankie deprecation? Because they have a funny dynamic and Kyle likes ripping on Frankie because he can take it? I feel like that'd be the case any other day. But, well, you think that either Kyle would have reverted completely back to normal by not forcing an interaction he wasn't totally into, or he'd even want to lay into Frankie a little less than normal. But he didn't. He seemed to have purposely enacted a light-hearted confrontation with Frankie. From where I was standing, anyway. That tells me one thing, though. If you have any other theories, let me know. That means that Kyle's trying to reinforce the status quo. As if to say, hey everyone, things are back to normal, don't forget. Which is commendable, I suppose. But that's my theory. So, Kyle made fun of Frankie for the good of the group. Kyle wanted everything to go back to normal, so he took the first opportunity to prove that things were back to normal. Exactly. Funny that it was one of the first interactions when we came back into the house. Kyle was establishing a baseline. Now that we're in the house and no one is actively mad at each other, everything is normal again. This is what the apartment means. Even punk rockers like Kyle crave normalcy sometimes. Jesus Christ. Huh? What I don't get though is why Kyle wanted everything to go back to normal so fast. If there's still bad blood, then why try to get rid of it so quickly? Boy, isn't that the question. I've never been around a single dude before who wasn't interested in getting past bad blood as quickly as possible. That's a question I still haven't figured out. The closest thing I guess I have to an answer is, bad blood feels bad. If it feels bad, then it's a problem. If it's a problem, then it needs to be solved. Huh? Okay. Last question. No one asked you to wash dishes. Why did you just hop on that so fast? Because it involves cold water. Everyone else seems chore averse. Except maybe Miguel. Possibly Edmund, but he's always been hard to get a read on. So I hopped on it quickly. And I get to stay cool. But I look down realizing that Charlie hasn't handed me a plate in the last 3 minutes. He's just been continually washing his hands. But we just finished washing the dishes. I know, don't tell anyone. Ah, okay, sure. That's why he offered to scrub. Sneaky bastard. Well, I guess I'm going to do my own thing. No problem, I'll just be here washing dishes. Sure. I walk away leaving Charlie to fake dishes. That was insightful. Anyway. Let's chat with Frankie. As I turn toward Frankie, he's resting on his back, his eyes closed, facing the ceiling, his former cat's Cradle resting next to him. Lying on the floor, he looks peaceful for the first time today. I decide to go sit on the couch next to his lying spot. You awake there, Frankie? Hey, he says, not opening his eyes. Hey, how are you doing? I'm doing alright, he says, sitting up. Are cat's cradles still a thing in the 21st century? I'm not sure if the kids on the playground still do them, but I know what they are, so I guess it's still a thing. Huh, what the fuck is a cat's cradle? I think they're neat. I do too. Why? Huh, why? Yeah. What do you mean, why? Miguel's playing with a machine that can make movies appear out of thin air. Like, if I listen to how Charlie's been explaining it, the computer is some sort of weird mechanical invisible arm that's literally taking movies from thin air. I guess, kind of. It's basically that if he also conceptualized the hand politely asking for the movies from thin air. My point stands then. Why would you find a cat's cradle neat? Why do you? I don't know, simpler time I guess. Watching and feeling these little patterns come to life in my hand is cool. But you see the magic computer over there? That didn't spoil your enjoyment of the cat's cradle. What the fuck is... I gotta fucking Google this. Hold on, I'm gonna Google it. I don't know what the fuck a cat cradle is. Let's see. No, that's not what I wanted. Cat's cradle. Oh, okay, I know what it is. I don't know why anybody would want it. It's one of those little strings you put in your hand. I don't know why. Huh. I guess I hadn't thought about it that way. I guess the question then is, why didn't it spoil my enjoyment? We sort of attribute a lot of things to technology in the 21st century. Often we do that without understanding exactly what's going on, which makes it sort of like magic. But it's not magic in that we know if we explore it enough, we will eventually understand how it works and what makes it work the way it does. That's fascinating. I felt the same way about cars. But then I didn't want to anymore. It kept bothering me. I wanted to know what made the large tank-looking things go. So then I found out. Now I'm back at the beginning, once again not understanding how anything works. It's okay, I'm still lost on a few things too. He begins to mutter to himself as he continues playing with the cat's cradle. You know, you're very feline right now. How do you figure? You're on your back on the floor playing with a string. Oh. Oops. Why oops? I guess I should try training myself off being a cat. Unless you're comfortable with it. That's an entirely separate can of worms right there. Can we worry about my cat habits once we know I'm not going to turn back into a cat? Sure, I can get behind that. Cool. So I've been asking around. Why do you think it is that everything seems so okay suddenly? What do you mean? I mean, look around. You think everyone else will be, a bit more tense? I don't think so. You don't? No. I mean, I guess I can kind of see why someone else would see it as being weird, but it seems perfectly natural to me. Everyone's forgiving each other. To dwell on it would mean that the apologies and the reparations made meant nothing. Like, I trust that Charlie and I are okay now. Maybe not on the best footing, but otherwise we wouldn't have tried to patch things up. We did try, though. Why would we begin to try if we weren't serious about it? So that's it then. Say sorry and everything's okay? I couldn't imagine it going any other way. Look, at least in my time, especially in high school, guys who weren't bullies would usually get over their gripes with each other pretty quickly. I'd always heard the rumor that women held grudges harder, but I never had any women friends. I briefly dated Barbara White in junior year. We had some fun, but we weren't friends. I wonder if Barbara's still alive. Anyway, the more I live in the 21st century, the more I realize men and women aren't so different. And part of me is always wondering how much of what I learned is true from back in the day. Back in the day, I can't believe I just said that again. The only confirmation of the grudge rumor I ever had was when I was dating Barbara White. She was having a spat with the girl from the cheerleading squad. God, what was her name? No, not Linda. Patricia, Patty McLean. Barbara was talking about this rumor that was going around that she was a bimbo. I was dating her at the time and I knew this to be untrue, of course. Sure. Patty McLean had spread the rumor, knowing it was a bunk, right? I knew it was bunk, but Barbara knew it was bunk. Everyone of my friends knew it was bunk, and that Patty was just being a bitch because she tended to be. She tripped my pal Roy in the lunchroom once. God, she was horrible. Oh my god, I fucking lost my hearing. I didn't pay it any mind. I seriously lost my hearing in my left ear right now. Jesus Christ, I hate when that happens. Not only was it untrue, it was obviously untrue. The rumor didn't even spread that far. Because I was, and still kinda am, a big star guy who didn't want to hear untrue rumors about his best gal. Oh my god. What? Best cow? Yeah, so what? It's a very outdated term. It's funny to hear. Oh, huh. Well, it didn't bother anyone like it bothered Barbara. She stewed on it for weeks. I told her to relax. I took her to the soda shop, got her a milkshake. Oh my god. Don't you mean a soda jerk? Yeah, I already said soda jerk to Charlie a while back. I'm aware. Don't worry. Oh my god, that's so adorable. She wouldn't let it go. I don't even remember when she did let it go. In fact, I don't think she ever did. She would just give Patty skunk eyes every time they passed and then got really rustled when I had to team up with her as her lap partner. I can't even recall how that concluded. And I thought, wow, that's horrible. What a horrible way to live. To not even live in the moment at all. To live so far outside the moment that things from months ago can get your goat in the present. So I thought I didn't want that. I asked Barbara to just go talk to her, but she never would. And then the story just peters out. We broke up and then I didn't deal with her anymore. Why did you two break up? I wasn't interested in her. She wasn't interested in learning about my hobbies, and I spent too many weekends working on cars and not enough going with her to the pictures. Sometimes it's really easy to forget that Frankie's from the 50s. Not right now, of course, but sometimes. She got frustrated with me, so I tried things her way, and we go out every weekend and hang out after school. It left me no time for neat car stuff, so I chose cars over her. But that's besides the point. Point is that there's no reason to get hung up on things that aren't affecting you right now. I'm not exactly over what happened at the coffee shop, but thinking about it right now wouldn't be pleasant for anyone else. That's what midnight strolls are for, or bathroom breaks. Right now, it's hot, I'm on the floor, and this piece of string is the most fascinating thing to me. Unless I genuinely wanted to think about what happened today, then I would. But if I don't, then I'm distracting myself from the moment. And the moment is what's happening right now. Time spent stressing when it's unnecessary is wasted. Wouldn't you rather deal with stress now and not later? No, fuck it. I'll deal with it later. I think that makes sense. It's a pretty logical, calculated way to look at things. Oh? I don't think I understand. I think this is pretty freewheeling. I'm not bothered, so I'm not bothered. What's calculating about that? By the sound of that midnight strolls comment, it sounds like you're allocating your introspection time to moments where it won't bother anyone else. That's time management. I suppose so. I guess I just don't see it that way. But it's how I live my life. It seems to make myself and everyone else pretty comfortable. Alright then. I think I'm gonna go take a nap. Cat nap? Sure, a cat nap. Alright then. Wanna join me? Oh gosh. I'm good. You're lost. You'll know where to find me. Yes I will. Frankie lays back down, slowly closing his eyes. His hands flop to his side, dropping the string to the floor. Anyway, let's talk with Edmund. Edmund sitting on the couch with the book opened over his lap. He glares at the book with a furrowed brow and a pronounced frown. I decide to sit next to him, hoping that this apparent bad mood doesn't translate too far away from the pages of his book. Hey, Edmund. Hey, what are you doing? What is he wearing? I want to know what the fuck he's wearing. Nothing much, you. He doesn't answer. He seems to be engrossed. Should I even be interrupting him? Okay. He lets up from the pages tentatively. Alright, I guess. I asked what you're up to. Oh god, I'm sorry. No, it's fine. What are you reading? Some sort of picture book that Charlie had lying around. It's like a comic book. Is this a comic book? I'd heard about them so many times as a hamster. I'd heard the word, but I'd never seen a comic before. It's fascinating. Saw plenty of people watching movies, but comic books were just never around. Well, how is it? Your first comic? It's alright, I suppose. It's weird. This man just made out with the demon and then burst into flames. It's unsettling. I guess it's alright, though. Sounds weird. Is it scary? Not particularly. A little disturbing. I think the writer's got some issues. But again, it's alright. Okay then. What are you planning on getting into now? I don't know. I used to read a lot of books as a prince. If there was a lull in the day, there were books. Otherwise, you had to depend on the schedule. Mornings were exercises. Evenings were gatherings. Meals would only happen at specific moments in the day. Free time was dedicated to books. Right now I have nothing but free time. And I have more ways than ever to spend that time. Here I am once again with books. It's kind of like I never left. It's the first time in years that I felt like the person I was before this mess started. Who were you before all of this? More than just a prince. What do you mean? Like, I feel like someone different when you read. Who do you feel like? Oh, I don't know. A prince, I guess. Someone with a busy schedule. A lot of places to go and see. Much more mindful of his manners. You're decently mindful of your manners. Yeah, but eating hamster pellets for decades without anyone to not tell you to chew with your mouth open can dull you to the need for knowledge regarding salad forks. Did you have to lift your pinky to drink? Yeah, actually. No one does that here, do they? Not in America, really, no. I never thought I'd say this, but it's kind of a relief. You seem like you're doing okay then. I am. That's good, I'm glad to hear it. Wait. Did you mean in regards to this morning's, let's call it unpleasantness? I guess so, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing alright. In fact, everyone here seems to be doing remarkably well. I noticed that too. It seems odd. Why do you think things are so calm right now? It's a simple answer, really. Really? Yeah, really. Everyone's minding their manners. Their manners? I thought you just said you were relieved to not have manners. Absolutely not, no way. Manners gave me something to think about for decades. I watched them slip away, much as their more esoteric meanings begin to fade. I'm not sure Americans know the difference between a salad fork and, well, any other fork really. I'm positive Kyle doesn't know. I don't think I could pay Charlie enough to care. Miguel, maybe. Frankie? I don't know, maybe. The point is though, manners as I knew them are dead. But there's no undignified when dignified means isolation. My brother used to tell me that being better than someone is not noble, it's foolish. I didn't get what he meant at the time. The way I saw it, people who minded their manners, wore nice clothes, cleaned themselves up, they were better, more respectable people. But manners back then were just a strict set of rules for a young royal to follow, and if you followed them correctly, then you were worthy of your birthright. I never considered the application of manners. The manners that remain, that still exist, are guidelines that make the people around you more comfortable and happy. Like, who the hell cares what fork you eat salad with, right? But chewing with the mouth closed means people don't have to look at the gross food that you're chewing on. That's what I think everyone's doing right now. Everyone's minding their manners. Even if it's not a written rule or societal thing, they still are. I think Charlie's still a little unsettled, so I wouldn't pester him too much. But he's quieted down a lot, because he's acting with everyone else's best interest in mind. So, manners fit society and not the other way around then. That makes sense. You'd even say then that Kyle's minding his manners even when talking back to Frankie and Charlie? I would. His manners are a strange set of rules, unique to Kyle and unknown to everyone else with even a semblance of civility. But they are a set of rules, and he knows when to follow them. Yeah, in his own twisted little way, Kyle's being very polite right now. I think I see what you mean. It's an interesting little setup we've got here. Even if our own little society isn't European high society, our rules are being abided by. Rule number 1, don't poke the bear. The metaphorical sleeping bear, of course, not Charlie. Don't poke him either. That'd be rude. Is there a rule about poking hamsters? Not particularly. We didn't go over that in etiquette class. We mostly went over posture and speech patterns, come to think of it. That's funny. Wait, did you actually have etiquette classes? Oh yeah, absolutely. My tutor would hit me with the stick if my posture wasn't perfect. Ugh, that's horrible. No, it's alright. I've clearly lost most of what I learned anyway. Our eyes catch each other's for a moment. He lets away immediately. I could swear I caught something sad in his gaze. Perhaps his education was more brutal than he's letting on. I decide not to push it. Well, anyway, yeah, I'm gonna go see how everyone else is doing. Sure, I'm going to get back to reading. Alright then. Let me know if you need anything. Will do. I left myself off the couch and began to survey the area. Alright, that's enough. I guess that's enough. Looking outside, the sun is beginning to glow a bright orange-red. The sun is beginning to set. My eyes turn back toward Edmund, whose eyes are already fixed toward me. Guys? I say in the middle of the room. It's getting late. I think it's about time to get ready for the transformation. Who has a cage just in case it's Edmund? It's in the bedroom. Let me go grab it. Alright. Everyone else has gathered into the room. The guys are all staring at each other, mostly at Edmund. Miguel comes back into the room with the cage in his hands. Here we are. Alright. Now, it could be anyone. I don't think you, Miguel, or you, Charlie, were around when it was Frankie turned into a cat. But it had arbitrarily changed to Edmund for a reason none of us know about. So I think we should be prepared for anything. Sun's going down. Like, right now. Okay, first things first. My heart freezes up for a second as I see all the guys looking at me for direction. I felt myself naturally fitting into the role of organizer and leader because I wasn't going to be changing. That meant I could be an anchor point, a place of consistency. But it was extremely nerve-wracking. As I had done before, the weight of my responsibility started to settle on me like a big uncomfortable boulder, trying to flatten me into the ground. We need to have a game plan if it's Charlie who changes. Make out with him until morning. That's a terrible idea, Miguel. You're supposed to be better than that. It could work. Charlie, I swear to God. Just looking out for the group. Whatever. Charlie, you remember anything about being a bear? I don't. Okay, well... Frankie and Connor were with me when we were retrieving Charlie as a bear. He seemed calm then. I thought he was asleep. I can't remember. He was asleep. Sun's just about down. Ah, okay. It was Charlie who changes. Everyone rush outside and lock the doors. Who has keys? I do. Charlie, give them to Frankie. Gotcha. Okay, we'll lock the doors and we figure out from there. I say we keep one person on lookout while we grab the nearest hotel room we can find. I'll give Frankie my change cart too, just in case that needs to happen. Sounds good. Now, what we'll need to do is just be ready when the sun's down to dash out of here. Sun's down. What? I spin around to look at the window. The sun is completely set. The orange in the sky is beginning to fade away into blackness. Everyone get ready. Everyone nods and brace themselves. I'm going to end this episode here because I would quite like to know what happens later tonight. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'll see y'all very fucking soon. Bye for now. Bye for now.